Hello everybody, welcome back to the Sweden King of the North achievement run. This is part 10. In the last episode, we have converted to Protestantism, and this has actually pissed off most of our peasants in our empire. We have a massive civil revolt, or rather close to a revolution here, as many of our citizens in the Great Swedish Empire still feel quite Catholic. Take a look at the religion map. Many people are still Catholic and Orthodox. Protestantism is only really entrenched in Scandinavia and in modern-day Finland. So this is a problem, and really this is also a problem because we are about to embark in a war against Novgorod as Lithuania has decided to attack their previous ally, and we can't be left out of this. And of course, we have some claims in Novgorod, and we're about to make more claims too. So join me as we are about to, first of all, cancel our fabricating claims in the Hansa, the Hanseatic League, while we prepare to make war with Novgorod. So I have decided today to basically, more or less, keep a regiment of 18,000 men in the west in Scandinavia to take out any rebels that may or may not pop up, whilst we declare war against the dirty, dirty Novgorod. So today we are going to fabricate a claim on Suzdal, and we are also going to declare war on Novgorod this turn. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get rid of them, because whatever land we do not take will be land that Lithuania takes, and we can't have that. That would be very, very unfortunate. Let's take a look at our provincial unrest. We've got provincial unrest across the board. What about in Hälsingland? It's over here. I think it's where we're converting. Yeah, that's why we have unrest. But really, I think the rebel factions will die down. They'll simmer down. We're not too worried about it. I do need, however, to have one unit of Landsknecht that takes out Arkhangelsk. But besides that, we are ready to declare war against Novgorod, which we can do so now. So we are going to set let's see what the most important provinces they own. Maybe Novgorod itself, actually. Let's go ahead and we'll set Yaroslavl as the war goal. That's fine. We can't drag anybody else into the war. That's not a problem. I'm just worried about rebels popping up because we are still in religious turmoil, but we can do that kind of passively while we convert the land and make war. We can do them all at the same time. It's great. So sending again our units into Yaroslavl and reinitiating the conversion of, or rather the refabricating of claims in the Hansa. Right, so we're in a pretty good position overall. Another conversion has struck, and we still only have about 3 more years of religious fervor before religions really start to slow down. So I'm targeting the most important provinces, the provinces that have the most base tax. So Finland would, for example, be a good selection, as I'm making very little money due to the fact that we have converted, or rather that the provinces that are the richest provinces in my empire are not converted into my my religion, Protestantism. So we're going to be working on that. We're still working on a core in Nizhny Novgorod, and luckily for us, Kolberg is a Protestant center of Reformation and is passively converting many of our territories here, which is fantastic news for us. We're going to try to avoid these Scandinavian territories if we can, as they are going to be passively converted. We are unfortunately no longer the defender of faith because we decided to decline entering a war against France, who is our ally, which is great. Taking a look over here, France is still friendly with us, more or less. We will, of course, need them, depending on if another coalition is fired against us. So that being said, largely we're doing pretty well here. I think it might behoove us to perhaps take out more of these provinces so that so that Lithuania opts not to take them for themselves. We have just core Nizhny Novgorod. That's fantastic news, and I want to work my way west to Tver. Everything that we take in this war will be non-Lithuanian, so that's great. We're going to opt to lose diplomatic power. That's fine. And we have, I mean, it's tempting to take Ukamurism, but the thing is that we are so far behind in admin tech. We really want to gain the next ideology group, so that way we can potentially start colonizing which is really important. So again, we are splitting up. We're splitting up Novgorod between me and Lithuania, keeping our eyes on the provinces here. We can no longer claim Schleswig. That's fine, not a big deal. Nizhny Novgorod. Okay, so we've got some unrest over there too. That's fine. We're really close by, and we can crush any revolts that pop up. The problem is, of course, that Novgorod has decided to attack us. What should I do here? I guess I could reinforce. They'll get there on the 15th of June. That'll be fine. Well, with any luck, we have been able to reinforce them. But, okay, yeah, so we're okay. No problems there. We are going to send out a unit to Vladimir. We need to conquer as much of this territory as we can. And we've taken Archangels, which is fantastic news. We can now send a unit to Murom. Really, we're just trying to divide this pie as much as we can. So again, rich provinces that we need to convert. Probably Notburg, or that's actually not that rich of a province. Anything over here, like Revel, is pretty rich. Let's convert some of these territories over here, starting with Revel. Let's see if we can find it. Riga. Where is Revel? It's going to be somewhere here. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. We can convert something else. Let's convert Viborg. Viborg is going to be relatively wealthy. Well, maybe not, but, you know, it is what it is. We still have a little bit of time before we actually, you know, are screwed out of converting provinces with the same speed as we've done before. So this unit we can send over to reinforce, just like so. And pretty soon we're going to take Yaroslavl, which is fantastic news. We have won the war, or won the battle, I should say. And let's move on to Suzdal. That would be good. Which is also where Lithuania is heading, which they'll actually beat us there. Let's see if we can beat them there with this guy here, our king. Let's see if we refresh. Will we get there faster? We will not. Why is that, I wonder? Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll take Vladimir instead. We can opt for that. We'll swap off the king, just like so. And this is good. This is good for a few different reasons. We can still claim some territory. It won't be a lot of territory, but it's territory nonetheless, so that's important. We could actually opt to take Suzdal as well, because it looks like Lithuania is skipping out on that territory, which is fantastic news for us. So we are going to claim it just like so. Ooh, they're running towards it too. They might beat us there, actually. They beat us there. So we're going to take Murom instead. Let the Lithuanians take that territory. And we could go over to Kulm, I guess. We have... Muscovy has declared war on them too. But we have a little bit of a revolt. So let's go ahead and take out the revolt in Nizhny Novgorod. We've lost that battle. That's really no surprise whatsoever. We're going to get there on the 3rd of November. Let's hope that they don't capture it in that time. I think they probably will. They did just the day before, most unfortunately. And I'm not even sure if we're going to win this war. It's going to be really close. Even though we have really, really high rolls. That was a very close battle, but we've won. Fantastic. Right, so we've claimed a little bit of the Novgorodian pie. Of course, we did not take Moscow. We did not take Suzdal. But we took our war goal, which is important. I guess now we can go march on Ostrov and see if we can take that from them. In the meantime, we will fabricate more claims on the Hansa. And that's great. Pretty soon we can get modern theocracy, which will allow us to start colonizing the Siberian wastes. And I can't wait. It'll be really exciting. Empty words. Let's see. Oof. We will take the hit to mana. That's not a big deal. Much better than the alternative, I should say. And we've converted the other province, or rather, the other province was converted due to a center of reformation. And again, another province was converted. Fantastic. We have a religious unity of 55%, but we need, I think, a religious unity of at least 75% before this particular disaster is nullified. Let's take a look now at the... I guess the taxes. Is there a way I can look at this? Let's see. Over I know there is one way that I can do this. Supply limit, trade goods, fort level, economical map mode. Here we go. So we need to target the provinces that are rich, like Askerhus, which is Catholic. So we'll target that. It's right here, which is fantastic. We need to, of course, convert all of the richer provinces, as the center of Reformation is spreading across Sweden naturally, which is nice. So yeah, we are going to work on Ostrov. Oh, they beat us there. What assholes. Well, I guess it is what it is. Let's go ahead and send our men back to below 0, where they're going to wait. Okay, so they've made peace with Novgorod. Now we can siege Novgorod for ourselves, which is fantastic news. Brandenburg has broken our alliance with us. Well, that's not nice of them. That's pretty unfortunate. Let's see. What should we do? We could lose a stability for a conversion. We could gain unrest. We could lose prestige and missionary strength. Let's lose the stability and get a converted province. That's fine. Not a big deal. But this will cause unrest throughout our empire. How much would it cost? It costs 284. We can't afford that. So we'll let it be for now. It's not a big deal. Again, we're sieging Novgorod, which is nice. And we've got some reinforcements coming in from the west, which is also really nice. Why did Brandenburg unally us? They are hostile towards us now. Well, I wonder why. They used to be pretty nice to us. We've even honored their alliance, but we are back down to 3 out of 4 diplomatic relations slots. So we can get another ally, actually. England would be a pretty nice ally, actually. They even have a vassal of Burgundy. Who else would be a natural ally against Austria? Who hates Austria? Let's see. Enemies include England and Poland and Venice. Well, Venice is not too strong, otherwise I would choose to ally them. Who else is Protestant? Lüneburg is. The Palatinate is. The Palatinate might be actually a good idea. Maybe I can ally them. Yeah, let's ally the Palatinate. That should be fine. They, of course, will not accept just yet, but if we increase our relationship with them, or maybe I should just opt to increase the relationship with the current allies that I hold, like France, for instance, which is Catholic. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll improve our relations with them. That's fine. And Novgorod is rearming itself, unfortunately, but we are sieging their capital, so that's the good news. The bad news is that we are losing claims. This time we've lost a claim in Holstein. We just need to continuously fabricate claims on the Hansa. And let's send you over here, actually, so that we can better prepare ourselves for taking out any of the Novgorodians that decide to take back any of the territory that we've claimed. Just like so. We're doing pretty well, actually. Not too bad. Pretty soon, however, as you guys can see, in my diplomacy map mode, or rather maybe it's in the government map mode, the Acts of Uniformity, let's see, religious zeal, only lasts until February of 1530, so it's almost over. As soon as Askerhus has been taken, I'm pretty sure it's going to end, which is unfortunate for us, but it is what it is. Muscovy making a move on annexing as much territory as they can, so we need to make a move as well. Let's go ahead and convert. I think we were talking about Reval earlier. We're going to do Reval, that's fine. And pretty soon we can actually enable an act of faith, which is pretty cool. And now we can crush Novgorod. They're pretty much already crushed. I'd like to actually vassalize them if it's a possibility, since, you know, I don't really want to waste my admin power on coring any more territory. That sucks. More discoveries have spread. That's great. We have a free diplomat. Let's go ahead and go back to fabricating claims on the Hansa, who are allied to Friesland, Lüneburg, and Brunswick. We're not too worried about that, actually. We are just destroying Novgorod absolutely and utterly here. We have converted yet another province due to the fact of a Protestant Reformation, our source of Reformation. And unfortunately, Spain has announced its arrival. Whatever, we don't really care. Not a big deal. We got a rebel uprising in Karelia, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And I think I should keep my admin mana up and available for coring provinces. Of course, now is like the first time in the game that I'm actually making positive treasury. Ever since I converted to Protestantism, we've had problems with money. And now, you know, missionary speed is so much slower. But we've got a church power of 101, which is great. We're going to go ahead and immediately accept adult baptism, which increases our missionary strength, which should make this a bit faster, which is nice. And I'm going to opt for the morale and discipline boosts of the other ones. But I just need to get out of this particular civil unrest that is plaguing our country. But now that we've almost destroyed Novgorod, I am in a much better mood. We've lost yet another general, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and opt to make another one. Or rather, can we make another one? Let's see real quick. No, we only have 1 out of 1. Power projection is much lower because we need to, well, you would think that, okay, well, it's stuck relatively low, whatever, not a big deal. We're about to annex more territory. Let's go ahead and take a look at what territory we could take. Novgorod, Torzhok, Yaroslavl, Tver, and these other provinces that Muscovy have claimed for themselves. That's unfortunate. But it might be nice if we have a little bit of a buffer between our country and theirs. So we take a theocracy, which is great. We can go ahead and immediately take exploration, which we shall, which gives us actually a colonist. We're going to go ahead and immediately do that. Taking that colonist, which is great. In fact, the Swedish steel idea is coming pretty soon. Let's go ahead and colonize. Let's see which is better. They're both pretty shitty. Let's go ahead and colonize these guys over here. They're less aggressive, which is fine. We should start spreading to the east. I will send out 1 regiment, or rather 2 regiments of Landsknechts to safeguard our colonists, and I will hire more over there as well to fill in as replacements. We are about to capture up. Perhaps I should have kept my admin mana to core these territories that I'm about to take, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We've taken Pskov, which is great. Let's go ahead and pull back our men. Just like so. And pretty soon our colonists will reach Siberia, which is great news. We are trading in fur now, which is also nice. So Novgorod will give us Tver, Yaroslavl, Novgorod, Arkhangelsk, and Torskov. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they're offering here. Pretty good. Yaroslavl, Arkhangelsk, Torzhok. So they would give us these 4 provinces over here. I know you guys can't see my cursor. I'm trying to fix that. I might actually accept that. That's pretty good. We don't lose any diplomatic power because they've offered it to us. And not that much. You know, let's just go ahead and decline for now, because I really want to be able to have the admin power to core these territories. We're going to wait until we get a call to peace. We'll just stay at war with them. That's fine. This also has the added benefit of preventing Muscovy of completely annexing the rest of the territory that we did not take, or even worse, perhaps even vassalizing Novgorod. That'd be pretty scary. So we're going to continuously be at war with them. That's not a big deal. Where's Murom? We need to take Murom, which is currently in Muscovite hands. That's a pain in the ass. We can opt for missionary strength at the cost of tolerance to heretics. Cost to heretics. What should we do? Let's take a hit to stability and increase our missionary strength. That should be good. It evens out. We can convert faster, which is great. And we are in business as we make our way to the east in Siberia. Really, I'm going to stay at war with Novgorod until we can afford to core their provinces, just like so. As I mentioned earlier, this is really going to deny Muscovy, hopefully, with any luck. We're still suffering casualties, but that's okay. Pretty soon I can rebuild our armies. And look at this. We got national unrest +1, which is good. Accrued enormous debts to the Hanseatic League. As the Parliament of Vasa in the summer took steps, lend the state money in the form of silver chalices, bells, and other valuable objects. Okay, cool. So that's good, mostly, besides the national unrest, which is, I guess, somewhat to be unavoided. We can, of course, take the Defender of the Faith now, which will give us 1 more missionary, but might plummet us into more, into more debt. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't really care about debt. That's all right. Not a big deal. Again, we're going to be converting as many provinces as we can. This time, we're working on converting maybe like Bergen's house is fine. But, you know, we are going to be in a problem with debt. Let's go ahead and raise war taxes. You know, that's always a good thing to do. And reduce army maintenance somewhat. Not too much, mind you, but enough so that we are not losing money and fall into debt even more. Of course, because we are currently maintaining a colony, that is why we are losing even more money. A call to arms to the Palatinate. Oh, jeez. Why does this always happen to me as soon as I assume the Defender of the Faith? As soon as I do, we just get screwed and boned. Lorraine is allied with France, Cologne, Mantua. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, who do they have on their side? They have the Palatinate, Bohemia, Switzerland, and Austria. Do we lose France as an ally to do this? I would just say fuck it at this point, yes. Just because I don't want to lose the Defender of the Faith after paying 500 ducats for it. And besides, we are on a side that may or may not win. I mean, we have got Austria on our side, which is great. Of course, now, unfortunately, I think we're at war with France. So we don't need to improve our relations with France anymore because we're at war with them, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And what else are we going to do here? Let's go and increase relations with Poland and Lithuania. Make sure that we have topped off with them and that they are happy with us. As soon as our war exhaustion gets to 2, I will, of course, lower it manually. Let's take a look at our colonies. We're doing pretty well. It's very, very slow, actually, getting colonies in Siberia. Surprise, surprise. We also still have some rebels over here in Iceland. I kind of want to get rid of them eventually, but we can't really afford to do anything just yet. So we're going to ignore them for the time being. We've got yet another conversion due to the Center of Protestant Reformation, which is nice. Bohuslan, which is good. Okay, yeah, so we're passively converting provinces. Pretty soon, the entire country will be Protestant. You know, at least I hope so. We're going to opt to gain local autonomy. That's not a big deal. Nitsky Novgorod is kind of shitty anyways. So we don't really care. Not a big deal. Not the end of the world. And meanwhile, we are rebuilding our army over here. So we can take another idea with military, or we can just wait. In fact, I think we should. Let's see. Sweden gets increased narrow-mindedness until 1542. This will increase our missionary strength. Let's go for it. At the cost of our technology, but that's not a big deal. Again, Novgorod just wants to make peace with us. Poor Novgorod. We don't want peace. We want nothing to do with it. In fact, I think we're actually losing war exhaustion now because we're Defender of the Faith. So we could stay at war with Novgorod for a while now, which is pretty awesome. Let's convert some more land, like perhaps in the east, maybe like in Livland and Riga and those places like that, as they are further away from the center of Protestant Reformation. Our colony is going very, very slowly, but it is what it is. Let's go now to fabricate more claims in the Hansa. Just like so. Fantastic. And I think even our naval force limit is increased. It has. We can work on that. Let's, again, get increased narrow-mindedness. Maybe that even stacks. I don't really know. But the fact of the matter is it increases our missionary conversion strength, which is incredibly important. And that's good. So we're making some money, albeit very slowly. We're working on colonies, which is great. We can stretch over to Asia now. Like I said, I would also like to, in this run, conquer Japan for that achievement. Muscovite separatists, right, not a big deal. Let's see. Reformers seem to criticize state church. Having a strong willed reformer within our border has not entirely been without friction. It would seem that the man has already forsaken his home country, can be quite unwilling to moderate his views to fit the policies of his new home. Well, let's see. 16% chance of the event criticism withdrawn. 83% chance of the event the state church condemned happens. Let's do that. So we've lost the reformer and lost prestige. Whatever, not a big deal. Who cares? We don't care about that guy anyways. Right, so we've got adult baptism, which is going really, really well for us right now. Because we've opted to take humanist policies, we don't have as strong missionaries as we would if we took religious policies, but it's okay. I think by and by we're doing okay. We can now afford to take some of these territories in Novgorod, and we will as soon as we are done fabricating a claim on the Hansa. Again, we are converting more and more provinces, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and convert Riga now. It looks like the Orthodox provinces. Orthodoxy takes longer, not really too surprising. We are still losing this war somehow. I'm not really quite sure, but it is what it is. We're not going to really help out. We're gonna take this war and stick out because we don't really care about Austria. In fact, we'd rather not help them if we could avoid it. And pretty soon we will take all of the claims that we have on Novgorod. Like right now. Let's see what we can do. Oh, they're even offering us peace too, but let's see what we can do if we wanted to do peace ourselves. We can't make them a vassal just yet. And we could give claims, but we don't want to do that. Let's see, we got a claim on all of these nice provinces over here. So let's see, just like that, perhaps. That's pretty nice, except we can't do that, can we? Bah, humbug. Maybe we could do like that? Would that be nice? Maybe like that. That would look pretty nice. Let's see. Yaroslavl, Torzik, Novgorod, Archangelsk, Tver. Let's see what they offer us. They offer us Tver, Yaroslavl, Novgorod, Archangelsk, and Torzik. I think it's the same exact thing that we're trying to get. I think it is Tver, Yaroslavl, Novgorod, Archangelsk, and Torzik. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. Ours would cost 0 diplomatic power. You know what? We're going to decline their offer because I know we can do better. We can even get some war reparations out of it, including some money as well. So let's just do that. In fact, let's get rid of the war reparations and see how much money we can get out of them. Not much more, I'm afraid, so we will just take the war reparations and call it a day. Cool. Let's go and do that. Sweden is getting damn majestic, if I do say so myself. I mean, look how big it is, and this is less than 100 years after starting the game. Really, really good playthrough. I'm going to, in the next episode, we're going to go start colonizing the West over in America. I don't really see any, anybody currently colonizing over there, so it's right for the taking, which is fantastic. Right, so we need to go ahead and core all that territory that we've just taken, starting with Novgorod, which is the most important province, and working our way into the other ones. Right, so we're gonna put you over on Novgorod. That's fine. Unfortunately, our leader is terrible, but it is what it is. And we'll put you over at Archangelsk, or perhaps even over here, just like so. And I wish Muscovy good luck, as they are not going to get military access through me or Lithuania, so that's going to suck for them. Right, so let's see what else we can do here. Can we lay more claims on the Hansa? We can't. Instead, we can lay claims on Brandenburg if they still will not accept us as an ally. I think maybe if we improve our relations with them just a little bit, they might reconsider. So we're going to go ahead and do that. A lot of rebel factions currently popping up throughout the empire. Nothing new, nothing really new to report here. But as soon as these rebels pop up, we can get rid of them. We could renew the war taxes, but I'm going to choose not to. And we've lost the Casus Belli against Novgorod. Not a big deal. We don't really care. Pretty soon we're going to have to pay back our loans. And we actually border Lithuania now, which is pretty cool. If they need to help us out, they can. Of course, this will give us some border friction, which just sucks. And they want Novgorod and Tver. They might even break their alliance with us, which would be really shitty. Circulation of hostile publications. Let's see. Let's take a look at how much church power we got. Let's just lose the church power. Not the end of the day, or not the end of the world. We don't really care about church power too much, not yet. Especially as we already have adult baptism. So let's see. We can gain church power, or ooh, what should we do here? I don't really want to lose all my Catholic allies. Let's go ahead and gain the church power instead, as Protestantism is not really entrenched in Germany quite yet. I wish it was, but it's not. So we must wait. Let's go ahead and work on making more cores. And maybe even increasing our... Let's go ahead and increase our army maintenance modifier. And take a hit to our war taxes. That's fine, not a big deal. Another call to arms. God damn, this is annoying. This time against other people. Jesus, this is... Okay, let's see. Against Saxony. Who do I have on my side? We've got the Palatinate, Switzerland, Austria, and Bohemia on our side. We'll take it. Not a big deal. We're going to win that one too. So, yeah, I mean, you know, it sucks being the Defender of the Faith because we actually have to, you know, join wars. But as you guys can see, we're not really committing any troops into the war. We're just kind of ignoring our brothers and sisters in faith. But we don't really care too much. Protestant Reformation is spreading. That's great. We've got even more people that are converting now, which is fantastic news. Let's go ahead and continue where we left off here. Poor uniforms. Yeah, not a big deal. Pretty soon we can go ahead and take some more tech. I would certainly like to do so. Let's take a look at our advisors. We're doing pretty well. We're about to get some Novgorodian separatists hitting us in Russia, which is unfortunate, but we can't avoid it. And Lithuania, we've already increased our relations with as much as we can. Let's go ahead and top off the rest of our allies. Unfortunately, we can't do France because we're still at war with them. Let's see if we can make peace with France. That could be pretty nice. Just like a blank peace? No? Okay, I guess not. Instead, I guess let's go ahead and work on maybe potentially allying Britain. That could be useful. And we've gained some population in Tura, which is fantastic news. Converted yet another province to our cause. Let's go ahead now and convert some of our Orthodox provinces to Protestantism. That will be helpful. And let's also take a look at our religion here. So we got a religious unit of 66%. It's a hell of a lot better than it was previously. This is a good time for us to end this episode. Stay tuned for episode 11. It'll be out very, very soon. And I'm going to try to fix this cursor problem. I know you guys can't see my mouse cursor. Believe me, it bothers me just as much as it bothers you guys. So stay tuned, and hopefully we get this all figured out. Just kind of like a quick pan over of the worlds before I end the episode. Of course, unsurprisingly, we see Portugal snaking down into Africa, perhaps going towards Asia. We probably have a little bit of colonial presence in South America as well, but that's okay to us because we are going to be focusing on taking out northern North America while we spread east across Siberia. So again, really, really good episode. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you guys soon.